Yeah, I was in the living room with my last baby, and the doctor had the nerve enough to ask me and my husband, were we Jewish? I'm like, doctor, we black, African American, why the hell you think we Jewish? He said, well, your little boy was born with a little cap on his head. That's a damn diaphragm. I knew I had it on. You young women, y'all laughing, y'all know what the hell a diaphragm is? I can't believe it. Y'all had like a history class or something. Yeah, me and Wilma Flintstone, we wore that. Yeah, y'all lucky now. Y'all got pills, patches, gum. I heard that you young women can even get one shot and you won't even get pregnant. See, back in my day, one shot and you got pregnant, so I don't know, it's way different now. But you know, Diana Ross had a baby, 75 years old. Sure did for her daughter. You know, she was like a surrogate mom. I am so glad I took my uterus to a taxidermist. And I had it stuffed and laminated, put on a stick so I could watch it. I got it at home with garlic on the top of it, candles around the base. Got that big, the Bible opened up to that scripture that says, thou shalt not work again. Yeah, so anybody want that taxidermist number, let me know. But I gotta get ready to get out of here. But before I do, I want you to just love each other and love from the inner spirit. Don't love the physical body. Don't judge people by that. Especially ladies, stop judging these men and stop dating ugly men. They just be so happy to be with your ass. Hey, you be out with them, they be like, hey, you with me, right? Me and you, girlfriend and boyfriend, right? Can I get you something from the bar, like a house or a new car? You get any damn thing for an ugly man. But if you're gonna have sex with him and make love, protect yourselves. Put the brown bag here and draw a picture of pretty man on just in case. Thank you very much. I'm Debbie Wilson.
Keep it going, Miss Debbie Wilson. Yeah, that's pretty epic. I like that.
That's like the only way to send it up.
It's pretty epic. I like that, dude. It's the hair. Last week it was the mustache. This week it's the hair.
Oh,
I see the hair, man. Yeah, the mustache dude isn't here. I mean, you got a mustache, but he had a totally sexy mustache, dude. And he had an accent. Like he had an Australian accent. Yeah. Yeah.
He thought you were referring to last week when he was trying to fill his torch and somehow managed to.
You caught your beard on fire?
Dude, oh man.
You caught your beard on fire?
Dude, the whole thing. I was in a fire phone.
I wouldn't even tell nobody that. That's the shit that hey, what happened to you? I just feel like shaving. You know, something different. Is that a scorch mark on your neck? Nah, I cut myself. That's not. Yeah. That's a hickey. Yeah, that's a hickey. Your skin peel off when you get a hickey? Yeah, man, she was really into it. I wouldn't even tell nobody you burned just, oh man. The whole thing you had to like.
No. It was okay. Just so expensive.
Oh, but that's a terrible smell. You gotta walk around singed all day. That's like, it's not a good smell. That's like, oh man, I'm sorry, dude. Smoke joints. Get away from, you know what I'm saying? Leave the damn alone for a little bit.
I like the ones.
Okay. Less fire hazard. At least carry a fucking fire extinguisher around with you when you smoke. There you go. Next time. Oh my goodness. Oh, are y'all ready for your next comedian? Worked with this lady several times. Very funny. Glad she could come out and be a part of this. You guys are gonna love her. Please put your hands together for Miss Tiffany Grayson.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? How's it, Northwest? Is it the Northwest Cannabis Club or just the Cannabis Club?
Northwest Cannabis.
Thank you, Northwest Cannabis Club, for having us. Let's give it up. Thank you, Hijinks, for having us lovely ladies here. It's kind of a pleasure to be working with a bunch of other women. It doesn't happen very often that we're invited to do a show together. I feel like they're afraid that we're all going to do abortions on each other. Is everybody stoned? Yeah. I'm so jealous. I can't get stoned. I have a new job, and I'm a mom. So I think it's really important to pay attention and stay checked in. So I do cocaine and Adderall. Does anybody else want me to find out what's under this girl's dress? I don't think she's wearing panties. Yeah, she's not. I broke up with my boyfriend last year, and I did something kind of shitty. I broke up with him over text. Yeah. And the hardest part was hitting the send button and seeing the sad look on his face over the nice dinner he just made us.
Oh my. Yeah. I love you. That is awesome.
We can talk about that later. I'm busy right now. So that was really awkward. So I just sat there for a couple more hours with his parents. And then I wished everyone happy Thanksgiving and I left. Super uncomfortable. Super uncomfortable. He was a little bit of a jerk though. I think he deserved it. He begged me for 2.5 years for a threesome. And I did finally agree. I finally agreed on the condition that he would let me pick the girl. So I picked his sister. Do we have some siblings in the audience? Do you have a sister? No. You know, I've always noticed that guys with sisters are like better boyfriends. Has anyone else noticed that? Yeah. I know. Yeah. I only date men that don't have sisters. We're in Portland. How do you guys feel about breastfeeding in public? Woo! I support breastfeeding in public too. I think it's okay. I like it. I think it's good. I had an incident, which surprises me that Portland supports it, because I did have an incident several years ago in Portland where I was very discreetly breastfeeding in a public park, and this woman came up to me and she was screaming. She was yelling something like, "I'm going to call the police if you don't give me back my baby." No? That works in the focus group, you guys. Do you want me to go slower? Oh yeah, this table wants me to go slower. I can go a little bit slower, it's fine. I think what pissed her off though was that I was smoking. Oh, smoking. So I'm here, I'm gonna work on my clean set. I do have a coworker here, and so I'm not gonna use, for tonight, I'm not gonna use the C word. I've replaced the C word with the K word. And the K word is cunt. It's just spelled with a K. I'm desensitized to the cunt word. I think after 4 whole years of watching The Sopranos, or 4 whole years of my ex-husband calling me a cunt every day. Oh, you're right, that's not funny. It's never okay when an HBO series ends. It was actually my second ex-husband who I used to get in these really big fights with. Let's call him Mike, even though his name is Sean. Sean McDowell. McDowell. Sean, SHAWN. He's on Facebook. You should find him and tell him, don't call your ex-wife, cunt. We used to get in these really big fights, and he'd push my buttons, and I'd get really mad back, and he'd call me a cunt. And that actually worked out okay because we ended up going to therapy, and then that worked out because he ended up having a stroke. It's true. You know who doesn't like that joke? Nursing homes. That joke. Too close to home, folks. Just don't like it. So I'm a mom. I have a son. He has a girlfriend. He's 23, and she's a whore. And I think she knows I don't like her because she came up to me and she said, "I really feel like you don't like me." And I said, "I understand, because I really feel like I don't like you." I thought it was pretty nice. I bought her the same Christmas gift 2 years in a row. I bought her Your Supply of Plan B. Which I think is really nice because that shit's expensive. I bought her the real Plan B too. I didn't buy her the generic. That's how you show you that girl you love her. You buy her real Plan B. They didn't have Plan B when my kids were little. I mean, like when they were really little. Super baby little. how do we feel about Plan B? Do you guys support Plan B? I support Plan B. I 98.2% support Plan B. And I'm okay with Plan B. I think that's a good thing. Not so terrible. I do think a small part of me thinks that it might step on a woman's reproductive right to experience her first abortion, though. Hang with it, guys. There's a process to it. You go to the clinic, you find out you have chlamydia, you have your abortion, you go home to your boyfriend, and you collect $545. And then you break up with him. And then 16 years later, you run into him. And then you marry him. And every time you get in a fight, you get him so mad that he calls you a cunt. And then he has a stroke. Also a true story. I think we're gonna just sit with that for a minute. I think you should also be really nice to comedians, because it's hard being a comic. You'll say things that are completely inappropriate in really insensitive times. Because we're always trying to make everything funny, because that's just what we do. We're always saying really shitty things to people. I remember my ex-husband, we were at the hospital with his grandmother, and she was on her deathbed. I was very pregnant at the time, and she asked me, she said, "Do you know what you're having?" And I said, "A late-term abortion." And then like a week before our baby was born, she died. So she never knew what we had. That's okay. She never gave us very good Christmas gifts anyways, it was fine. And then another time, I keep looking at this. Another time, I was having unplanned sex with this gentleman. Sorry, I'm looking to you. I was having unplanned sex with this gentleman, and in the middle of sex, he said, "Can I come in you?" And I said, "Yes." "How else are we supposed to have a baby?" I'm just gonna leave you guys with that. I'm Tiffany Grayson. Thanks for your time.
One more time with Tiffany Grayson! I just wanted to share this. When she gave me a hug just now, she's like, "I think I'm a little bit high." Oh, contact high. Are you gonna be okay? You need some water? Just some water. It's okay. You're gonna sleep well tonight, though. You're gonna sleep like a fucking baby. Like, you're not gonna hear shit. Like.
Not too late to sleep like a baby.
There you go. Commercial brought to you by the burnt beard long hair guy. Just fucking with you, man. We're gonna keep this thing right on moving. This next comedian come to the stage, very funny comedian. Again, had a couple chances to work with this young lady. Glad she could be a part of this show and come out and do this tonight. You guys are gonna love her. Please put your hands together for Miss Rochelle Cody!
Every goddamn mic stand is different. You just can't win, guys. Thanks for coming out. Thank you, Northwest Cannabis Club. Thank you, Mama and Papa Collins. Oh my goodness. They're like my new parents away from home. They didn't know I was going to say that. Now they're really worried because there's a lot of burden involved in being my parent. I'm serious. Actually, I've been thinking about it. I would be more of a financial burden to my parents dead than alive, though. So that's the only thing keeping me here. Because if I died, they'd get $80,000 worth of student loan debt. That's mean. Sorry I just bummered you all out. I've been working on my I look likes. I feel like I look like I got shoved into a lot of lockers as a kid. I look like I still know my multiplications tables really well. I look like I have a really pretty girlfriend. I don't look like I suck a mean dick, but I do. Just want to make that clear. I mean, I consider myself a bit of a sexual predator. I look for the cutest and the weakest gazelle in the bar. Look at you, cutie pie. Aww. Oh, no, she and Debbie, they bullied me. I should hit on every guy in the crowd, you know? All of you. And I can make it real uncomfortable. But I told that joke, weakest, cutest gazelle in the bar, and some guy just yelled at me, "I have broken feet!" I was like, well, I guess I'm going home with you tonight. So, where are we going? But my favorite part about boning is I ain't making any babies. No babies are happening because this is not supposed to make children, now or anytime soon. I have more dirty dishes on my bed than pillows. Yeah, think about it, guys. When my cat wakes me up in the morning, I just put earplugs in. You can't do that with a baby. You go to jail for that. My parents were actually pretty old when I was conceived. My dad was 40, my mom was 44. And they say that the older your parents are when they conceive, the more low quality your DNA is. So I'm pretty sure my DNA has mothballs in it. And if I have a baby, it's going to come out with glasses already on. I think that's kind of cool. I think that's not a cool thing. Also, not willing to share my Facebook profile picture with a baby. Sorry guys, that's about me. That page is about me. Make your own damn page. I also am terrified of having children because I lived with a woman from conception to birth, and so I got to see the whole horrifying process. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful, wonderful parts, but then there's some things you wish you never learned. That baby has as much control of your hormonal output as you do. It's like goddamn Highlander in there. You have 50% more blood in your body at all times. You're bursting at the seams.